Hey, what's up, everybody? I have something a little different today I wanted to talk about. Nemo 622's legendary ROM hacks. Now, if you're not familiar with what a ROM hack is, it's essentially taking a existing ROM, a dump of a game, into a shareable file, and modifying it with whatever you like. This is very popular with Pokemon games, especially in the Game Boy Advance generations, and has resulted in loads of great stuff. If you like this kind of content, drop a like and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy my attempt at a Pokemon video. Also, shout out Sooth_Bell VODs for a lot of the footage I used in this video. Pokemon Sea Glass. The first game we're going to talk about is Emerald Sea Glass. This is the same Gen 3 game lots of Pokemon fans know and love, ported into this Game Boy Color, hard white outline, very beautiful style. This game came out roughly 2 years ago now, and when it did, it immediately captured me. It features lots of good stuff outside of the new art style. Sea Glass adds new Pokemon to capture from later generations, updated movesets, additional side quests, and new locations to explore. But that's not all. We have the fairy typing from much later generations, party-wide XP share from the beginning, Z moves, and my absolute favorite addition, the Rustboro Wishing Well. The Wishing Well seems to be a staple in Nemo's ROM hacks, as it's also present in the next game we're going to talk about. As you play through Sea Glass, various NPCs you encounter throughout the region will give you wishing stars. You can toss these wishing stars into the well and you'll get a random Pokemon. When I say random, I mean it. I watched a YouTuber pull a legendary in the second town in Pokemon Lazarus, which is Nemo 622's other masterpiece. We'll talk about that later. I had never played Emerald before, and the closest I'd experienced to exploring the Hoenn generation was in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the 3DS games, as the Game Boy stuff was little before my time. However, Emerald Sea Glass added all the quality of life improvements to make it feel modern, yet still have this wonderful vibe of a Game Boy Color game. I absolutely demolished this game in a couple weeks on my laptop. I loved it so much that when I got my hands on a physical Game Boy emulator, the Miu Mini Plus, I had to give it a second playthrough. Pokemon Lazarus. This left me really hungry for more, which is why when Pokemon Lazarus got announced, I kept up with every update. I found myself going into my job, sitting down at my desk, and before beginning my work, typing in Pokemon Lazarus release date when? I was so pumped that when the demo finally came out, I downloaded it onto my Miu Mini, but I got distracted for many months. So by the time I got back into it, the full game had released. Both a blessing and a curse. Now, actually, this week I downloaded the latest version 2, I believe, and I got right into gaming. While the last game took Emerald and stuffed it full of awesome goodness, this time Nemo made their own game and their own region, kind of just using Emerald's framework/engine. This game takes place in the Ilios region, based on Greece, I believe, once again utilizing the Game Boy Color Gen 2 sort of look. Now, fully fan games like this bring up a fear of mine. Um, Fakemon! I have no idea if it's pronounced Fakemon or Fakemon or whatever, but this is the concept of just making your own Pokemon yourself from design, ability, typing, etc. I do recognize that some fans like this, and there's a lot of games out there that do this, but it's not for me. Which is why I respect this game a lot. It brings in 422-ish existing Pokemon from many different titles into this awesome hodgepodge of greatness. Like I said before, it features the return of the Wishing Well, one of my favorite mechanics in Nemo's games. The following mechanic, where the Pokemon in the first slot of your party follows you around, a day-night system where different Pokemon are available at different times of the day, a Stardew Valley-esque fishing minigame. Holy shit, guys, we have Mega Evolution, not something I expected from a Game Boy Advance game. Now, I'll admit, I'm not far into this game at the moment. I'm about to challenge the third gym, but the amount of love you can feel when into this game is awesome. I haven't even begun to touch on everything. Your main character has this item called an outfit box, where throughout the game, NPCs will sell you outfits you can change into or on the go. Every single one I've seen so far is absolute drip. There's like this Greek or Spartan looking soldier. It's super cool. Any Pokemon title is not complete without a vaguely evil opposing team. And so far, this game has delivered in the form of Team Chimera. These guys give off a very culty vibe. I love their fits. I can't wait to see what the rest of the game does with them. Now, I'd like to mention that I did take a break while writing this script and completed the game to nearly 100%. It was absolutely fantastic, and I will say no more. Go experience this for yourself. I'd also like to mention that these two games are completely free, and I'll link Nemo622's Ko-Fi in the description. One more thing before I let you guys go. Nemo has been working on the next game, Alolan Sea Glass, which from what I can tell is a remake of the 7th generation game Sun and Moon. It will feature the same lovely art style and be playable on a Game Boy Advance emulator. I, once again, am checking quite often for updates on this project, but I think it's going to be quite a while. I'm absolutely so excited, and I hope you guys check out the games I mentioned. Yeah. I highly recommend downloading an emulator on your phone or something to check out these if you're a fan of Pokemon. Thank you guys for watching. It would mean a lot if you guys drop a subscribe and hit the notification bell for future uploads, and I'll catch you guys next time.